Nobody had to convince the San Diego State student body that Saturday's win over Stanford was a big deal. It's the first time the Aztecs have beaten a ranked Power 5 team since all the way back in 1981. Here's Matt Gilson.
The Stanford Cardinals' final drive on Saturday ended in the hands of Cameron Keller. And while that pick sealed the game, it was his tackle in the third quarter that may have saved the game.
He ran a long way in chasing a fast guy and barely got a piece of him that made him stumble. And then we got tough on defense and made him kick a field goal instead of scoring a touchdown, and I would bet that that was the difference in the momentum of the game and allowed us to win.
I kind of forgot about the Stanford game. You know, I made plays in the Stanford game, but I got to make a ton more going on.
Rashad Penny also had a busy night with a career-high 32 carries.
I never seen 32, and those extra 7 or 8 carries can go a long way in the game, because I didn't even know I was that close to even 30, but I know I was worn out at the end of the game because it was just a tough and physical game.
Back-to-back wins over Arizona State and Stanford go a long way with the pollsters. The Aztecs now ranked 22 by the AP and 25 by the coaches.
When we're in the locker room, we really never talk about top 25 because that's something that's expected.
You might think that playing 2 big, fast, physical teams from the Pac-12 would help you prepare for the Mountain West schedule. Well, here's Rocky's take.
It doesn't at all. We're playing an Air Force team that is more aggressive on defense as far as blitzing and stunning than either one of those 2 teams were. And we're playing against a triple option team, which neither one of those 2 teams were.
They play with Michigan, so it proves that the triple option is tricky. It proves that they're a good team, and we're gonna have to go 130% every snap. You know, we want to win a conference championship, and it starts Saturday.
From Montezuma Mesa, Matt Gilson, KUSI Sports.
Thank you, Matthew. Story well done. Castle Park's Hans Graham, the latest iconic football coach in our county, to call it a career without much public explanation. Graham releasing a statement to KUSI Monday. It reads like this: I have resigned as the head football coach at Castle Park High School. I want to thank the administration for their support of the athletic programs at Castle Park High School. Graham also continued to say, as we flipped the page, it was a pleasure to come and coach every day because of the 100% involvement of the administration. And always remember, once a Trojan, always a Trojan, Trojan love. That from Coach Hans Graham, a Castle Park alum. Hans spent 9 years pacing the Trojan sidelines. Coach Graham could not have been a better friend to the PPR, always going the extra yard on our behalf. He truly believed in what we were doing, so we're going to miss his helping hand and friendly voice. Times, they certainly are changing. Speaking of coaches, here's Coach Shack in the St. Catherine Pigpen.
We're at Helix High School this afternoon, where Coach Robbie Owen has his team in the top 3 in the county. And one of the big reasons is a 6'2", 300-pound offensive and defensive lineman by the name of Lopaka Rojas.
Lopaka's worked his tail off. He's just a guy that, he plays both ways for us, and, is a guy that we're going to try to run the ball behind, and then just a road grader.
Now, Lopaka considers himself an offensive lineman, and I can understand that. He has a great drive block. His pass protection shows great balance, and he gets downfield in a hurry. But for myself, I like him as a defensive ball player. He's strong, he can destroy any block and stop any charge, and he puts a great rush on the quarterback.
I think just strength, and he's worked a lot on his footwork, and he's not an overly tall guy, and so I think that's hurt him, with some big-time Division I's. But if he can just maintain that strength and drive people off the football, then he's going to have an opportunity to play at the next level.
I like pancakes. I dominate in the defensive lineman and just show them that I'm going to be there all game. It's just a great blessing. I give all glory to God for giving me this opportunity to play for one of the best teams in San Diego and to be coached under some of the best coaches here.
Lopaka shows some versatility by being a weight man on the track team. And he's looking forward to playing football someplace next year. But in the meantime, Lopaka, welcome to Shack's Pig Pen for 2017, and here's a for you.
Thanks, Coach. City Western League matchup at Cathedral, at Pool there. The Dons playing host to Bishop School. Andy Cassidy hits the back of the net to give the Dons 2-goal advantage in the third quarter, but Merle Richmond scores twice in the closing minutes as this one goes to the Bishop Knights, the final 8-7. Next stop, Chula Vista, the Lady Spartans hosting Sweetwater Union. Well, their school on a 2-week fall break, but some of the kids come out to play in the 1 p.m. start. Red Devils up 1 set when Diana Ramirez scores on the kill for the 7-4 second set lead. And then the Spartans battle back as Alyssa Esparza finds a hole in the defensive end there for the ace. Final 3-1 Chula Vista. Spartans improved to 2-0 in league play. Field hockey now. Henry at El Cajon Valley in the first half. Patriot freshman Jasmine Lawson passes a sophomore Michaela Williams, who scores to make it 2-0. Patrick Henry, Sydney Nielsen slips by 2 defenders and really has high ratings as she finds the near post. Get that, Nielsen. Patriots cruise to a 9-0 lead. Defensive battle, Rancho Bernardo as the Lady Broncos hosting the Bishop School. Good defense by both teams keeps this one scoreless through regulation, but in OT, it's fair wood with the golden goal to give the Lady Broncos the win, the final 1-0.